Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. That's arguably one of the most obnoxious intros I've done in a while, but there's a reason for it. The Gamer 2897 on part 1 of this series mentioned that when I said hello 3 times, followed by welcome 3 times, he was ready for me to say transport 3 times. And yeah, that actually does really sound like something I would do, so you're not wrong. That sounds about on brand for me. So yeah, thank you for that. Speaking of comments though, I actually want to start today by looking at 2 other comments on part 1 as well. We have Blue King NL, who mentioned that the vehicles from the farm to the factory could actually bring grain from the farm to the factory and then bring food from the factory to this depot. And then the food line can pick it up at the farm and bring it to Penzance, which will be a bit quicker. He went on to say that this way the vehicles from the grain to food line are carrying goods 100% of the time instead of the current 50%, and the vehicles in the Penzance food line have a shorter distance to travel. This will make both lines more profitable. So that's something I've actually gone ahead and set up already. I've changed the lines about, so the Penzance food line is not just going to Penzance West, and then the grain to food line right here is now going just up to here, which is, I think, kind of fantastic. Now these guys are all kind of backed up a little bit because of another comment that was from Dafo999, who said, I had the chance to play the closed beta. Here's some tips. And we'll go through a couple of these probably a little bit later in the video, but tip number 1 was you can make the trucks wait for resources in the line panel so that they don't go empty. So what I could do is go to this grain line and I could say at Penzance West, always fill up. Always make sure there's a lot to grab there. Now let me also go here and make sure that you are actually going to be on Terminal 1. So the food coming in is going to be Terminal 1. And that way the 2 lines should be, yeah, split a little bit there. You'll also notice I did go ahead and expand the depot here. It now has a second cargo terminal, which is fantastic news. I did the same up here as well, which I think is probably for the best. We didn't really need to do that, but I did that anyway because I could, essentially. That's basically why. That's why I did that. And then I guess I could go ahead and probably get rid of the York Road station there, but I'll keep it for the time being just so we can see what's going on. The good news here, though, is that we should have a good number of these vehicles. We do. We have a bunch of grain heading up towards the Winchester South truck stop thing right there. So hopefully that'll work out. I'm hoping this idea, I mean, the idea makes sense. I'm not saying that the idea is wrong that anyone's pitching here, but I'm just hoping it works sooner than later is really what I'm going for here. So let's take a little look. You're going to come in here, you're going to drop things off, and then that's going to start producing food. So I'm curious to see, you're going to go in there, you're going to drop off the grain, you picked up the food, and that's exactly what we want. That is exactly what we want. We want them picking up the food. So they're not going to be, not necessarily full the entire time that they're moving about there, but these vehicles are now going to make a bit more money. So that's exactly what we're looking for right there. We want them to make a little bit more money. I'm wondering then if we could go ahead and maybe clear out a couple of vehicles from the Penzance food line. Might not be a terrible idea to go ahead and do that. I mean, we have 10 vehicles on it. Maybe we take out 1, 2, 3, let's say 3 of them. I suppose we can go ahead and sell those selected vehicles and get a little bit of money back for them. Nothing too major. And then I guess we could also go ahead and have a look at our Warminster lines and see what's going on over here. So Warminster, kind of annoyingly, not really as popular for people moving around as I wanted it to be. There's people moving, it's just still not quite where I'd like it to be. Hopefully one day it gets somewhere a little bit interesting. Also, let me have a little bit of a cheeky look here. So you have grain, you have food. I want to see where that food's going. So you come in here and you dump off the food. So that is actually working. Then you're going to come in and you're going to grab the food. Okay. Not bad. Why are you waiting though? That's a bit weird. But yeah, so food is actually being dumped off here, which is fantastic news. And I guess what we could say is maybe we want to have these guys wait a little bit. So at Penzance West, you could maybe wait for a maximum of a minute, so that there's more of a chance of all the red vehicles being completely full. I like the sound of that. I actually really like the sound of that. And I like that we have just a little bit of food sitting around kind of almost at all times here. There we go. We got 4 units of food there. That's good. That's actually really good. I think this idea right here, this idea is perfect. I think it's really going to work out. I'm quite excited, honestly. I'm actually genuinely really excited about this. Okay. Hopefully we're going to see some profits. Let's have a look at our finance though. Actually not bad. This year, thus far, we're a lot closer to breaking even than I think we've ever been. Pretty rough chart for the last 10 years though, isn't it? It is a pretty rough chart, but I think we're onto something. I really do. I think we're onto something. Do you have any food on board? No. Do you have any food on board? You do. Okay, so we've got food coming in as well. This is good. Let's have a little look at our stats for Penzance. So target population is 53. We have 10% more than that, I guess. I'm not really sure. So let me see. So Penzance, the initial size, total growth is 5 residents. The number or residents Penzance will grow / shrink to. Okay. So it is growing, is what that means, I assume. What exactly is this? So emissions are not amazing. Traffic's all right. Stations is non-existent. And then I guess the food supply is pretty rough. I mean, that's fair. The food supply has kind of been non-existent for the past 5 or so minutes since we've been moving the lines about and all that stuff. But there's a delivery there, so that's not so bad. Only 9,368, down from the 13,000 it was before, but I don't think that's the end of the world, to be totally honest. So there we go. A little bit more money coming in there. We actually do have a little bit of a supply of food here as well. And it looks like none of the red vehicles are anywhere near. So this is where we should start seeing a stockpile of food start building up, which means that the red line, the food line, is going to start being that little bit more productive. So this is fantastic. This is exactly what we want. Having a little look here, it seems like the farm is doing pretty good. The transport stat, I guess, is not great. And I'm wondering though, if I was to maybe improve that, could we upgrade it? Because I know some of these buildings or some the facilities can be upgraded. I don't know if the farm can. It looks like this can. So more production and more shipping and a bit more transport, and the food processing plant could potentially be upgraded. Which has me thinking that more blue vehicles will be the way to go, but I don't know about that. I don't know how crazy I want to go on vehicles for that line. I'm kind of really wanting to see if we make money, to be totally honest. In fact, yeah, so last year we had 191,000 come in, we had 213 go out. So we're getting really close to actually making money. And I'm feeling like this year, well, maybe not 1860, maybe 1861 based on the amount of time it takes for these guys to get back to Penzance. But I'm feeling like this might be our year, because we're even lower on expenses here than we have been before. So that's good. I'm seeing some good things potentially happening here. Let's have a bit of a poke about over in Warminster again. because Warminster is actually kind of doing all right in terms of public transport. So that's nice. We've got that going for us. If we could get some food going in there, though, that would be fantastic. I mean, machinery would be nice as well, but I don't think that's going to happen. In terms of food to Warminster, though, I mean, we could set up trains. We could set up some kind of road that goes from Maidstone Farm to, but it's going to be, that's a long old journey there. We might have to wait to do that. Wasn't there a town down in the south that we were looking at, though, that might have some better options for us? Because, yeah, South Moulton wants fuel and tools. Was South Moulton... Yeah, we were able to do... So we could do logs from Retford Forest going to the sawmill, going to South Moulton Tools Factory, going to South Moulton. So there was that one. Wasn't there an easier one? I'm not going out of my way to try and find like the easiest options here, but I think there was. I think Bedlington, was there an easy option here? Because they want machines and they want goods. So I guess we could do a similar thing there if we had a sawmill, which we have done there. Maybe that wasn't it. What do you guys want? So you guys wanted, you guys wanted construction material. It was a Harwich. They have a quarry there. They have a construction materials plant there. And then they wanted tools as well, which would be quite easy if we were to go from here, you know, set up these two forests to go to the sawmill to make tools and then take the tools up there. That right there, I think will be really easy. So let's go ahead and get some stuff set up for Harwich here. And let's actually do a little bit of, they have good private transport going on. Let's do a little bit in the way of public transport for Harwich as well. So we're going to want a road depot. Where is it that wants the construction materials? That's the industrial buildings. Okay. So we're going to want a road depot, which I'm going to throw in behind some industrial buildings here. So we can sort of just sneak in to, I guess there's fine. So that'll be our road depot. I do want to set up, like I said, a bit of public transport. So let's have it go, I guess just to run that central square wouldn't be a terrible idea. So from there to there, over that way a little bit, onto there a little bit, and that should be okay. Let's get that line set up. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we go Main Street, North Road, Manor Road, Church Road, and Springfield Road. Want to rename that to Harwich, Harwich Loop right there. And we'll get ourselves some vehicles for that in just a second. Because we need to set up some transport lines for our trucks. Now, what we can do... do I want a bus station? I don't know if I need a bus station in here, but it's slightly tempting. It is slightly... we could throw it up there instead of that. And I think I might do that just because I can. And because I haven't built a bus station yet. It is 50 grand, though. Which is a little bit off-putting, I'll be honest. I don't think we need it. I think we'll be fine without it. Let's just focus on the quarry and then the construction materials, and then we'll go from there. So... we just need the one platform here. So we'll throw it something like that should be fine. I'm thinking let's do it on the left side actually. So something a bit like that should be totally fine. So that's where we pick up the stone, and then we need to dump the stone off over here. And I'm thinking it might be worth setting this up in such a way that it's just the same vehicles going the entire way, because they need to go through town anyway to get back from here to the quarry. So 2 platforms, and I'm thinking we just set this opposite. I don't know if we need the 2 platforms, actually. I think we just need the 1 because some of the goods are being dropped off. So we'll just do the 1 platform. We'll go right there with it. And let me have a look at this. It is a 1-to-1 ratio. So it's 1 stone to 1 construction material, which is not bad. And then I guess we can go in and do the truck stop, which can be right there is not bad. But I'm thinking we'll do the truck stop sort of here, so that pretty much covers everything except some of the... Or do we want to do an actual truck station? An actual truck station might not be a bad shot. It's just getting the space for it. Because it would kind of need to be done here. Maybe not. Let's just do truck. I guess we'll do trucks sort of here. Here seems like a good spot. So we'll do that for our unload spot. So let's set this up really quick. This is going to be stone to construction materials to the drop off. And I guess that's going to be Harwich bricks is what we'll call that. So that'll be nice and simple. Harwich bricks. I guess we can set that up a little further, can't we? So the north one is going to be load up on stone. This one is going to be unload the stone, load the construction materials. This one is going to be unload construction materials. And I guess what we can say is always wait until you're full at all of those locations. Although I don't think we need to do that. Wait until you're full there anyway. Let's do it that way. And that should be fine. That should work out. So let's get ourselves some vehicles. We'll go ahead and set up the bricks line first. So cargo, let me say 5 horse-drawn carriages. We're going to throw them to be orange, or all of them to be orange. And then put them on the bricks line, and I guess we'll see what happens. So they're going to head out. They'll do their thing. We should see stone. Yeah, we've got stone immediately going out there, which is good. So we'll keep a little eye on that. We'll see what ends up happening. I was hoping we'd make money this year, but obviously I've decided that I'm going to spend a bunch of it. But that's all right. We've also moved 929 people. How has this happened? That number seems like it shot up recently. Warminster, what are you doing? Are we moving a lot of people around here? I don't know. I genuinely have no idea. I feel like that number has just climbed ridiculously high. Let's have a look at our... Oh my god. Yeah, last year we spent a lot. I think, let's have this year, 1862. Let's have it be a year where we maybe don't spend like crazy. And let's hopefully get ourselves a nice profit going on here. Which we should be able to do. I mean, looking at you, you've got plenty of food on board. So we should be able to do this. Although I'm a little wary. You guys are showing up for all of that stone. So yeah, you are completely full of it. That's good. And then that's a pretty long journey down there. It's not the longest we have going on, but it's a bit of a journey. So I'd imagine we'll get decent money from that delivery and then into town, and then yeah, I mean, so these guys are going to be full 2/3 of the time, I think. So they're full from the quarry to here to not to the, yeah, so they're full like, I don't know, 3/4 of the time. I don't know. They're full a considerable amount of the time, which is good. So hopefully we'll see that turn a profit as well. How are we looking up here though? Is this only has 7 units of food in it? Okay. That's not as full as I thought it would be. I mean, this guy will fill up no problem, but that's not anywhere near as full as I thought it would be. So let me see. You've made a delivery recently. We've got you coming in with a delivery as well. When do we start unlocking more vehicles, I guess, is my important question here. Because I feel like we are really in need of a different method of moving cars. Obviously, again, trains would be a way to go about things, but I really feel like we need more cargo moving about. I also feel like it'd be nice if Penzance was to grow a little bit more. Definitely feeling like it's not, oh my God, plus 80%. Oh, look at that. We've actually got good stats on the food. Okay, we might actually see it grow then. That would be really nice. I'll be honest, that would be fantastic if Penzance was to start growing. Also looking like, are we gonna make money this year? It's very close to the end of the year. I'm not sure we are, but oh, it's another train, isn't it? Oh, that's interesting though. It's a tram is the problem. Are we looking for last year? Oh, we were so close. Okay. So the St. Petersburg streetcar is available. It can do 20 kilometers per hour. That is a tram though, isn't it? So, do I need a specific depot for trams? Tram depot, yeah. So, I mean, we could set up trams that go around Penzance. I don't know that I want to though, and also we're making money, which is brilliant news. We could maybe set them up in Warminster, because this place is already built on like a big old grid that loops around really nicely. So trams going around Warminster might be a better idea. It'd be faster as well. So that might not be a terrible idea. Let's have a little look down this way. So you guys are actually heading out. How much money are we getting? I think I saw like a 5 grand. All right. Well, that's not so bad. Hopefully this place will build up really nicely. Do we have bricks? We actually have a supply down here still. Okay. Okay, that has me thinking that there might be a more efficient way to do this. But what I'm also thinking is it might not be a terrible idea I wonder if we could get really good supply here. Where can we get tools from? So we can get tools from up here. So Budley Salterton. Oh, Budley Salterton wants tools. Oh, this was an easy one. Oh, we can go oil well to refinery to fuel refinery to oh. What's the ratio? So every 2 crude oil will make 1 oil. Every 1 oil will make 1 fuel. Oh, that's easy. That's very easy for these guys. Is there a forest nearby for the tools? Doesn't really look like it. That's a bit unfortunate, isn't it? Where would the nearest tools factory be? There's one there. Do we only have the 1 tools factory? I could swear we have 2. No, we have 1 here. It was the forest I was looking for. I'm a complete idiot. Yeah, the forests are a little bit further away from Budley Salterton than I'd like. There is one up there, which if I was to bring a little road down and a bridge across, that would be a pretty good line, I think. Oh, this is interesting. I'm actually very tempted to... Why are we losing money again? I'm very tempted to get a few more vehicles on this line to try and get that construction material going a bit nuts there. But again, sort of money isn't amazing. Let's, I guess, take a chance. So cargo, let me grab 5 of you guys and make you orange and set you on the bricks line. So they're going to head out and grab bricks while these guys are dropping off construction materials. So we should see this line start working really nicely. You're going to come in here. How much do I get for dropping these off? 8,000. That's not bad. And then production-wise, we already have enough for the next truck to pick up. So that's good. That's not bad. So 8,000 plus like 5,000 for dropping it off in time. That's good money, honestly. I think we'll be okay here. I do think we'll be okay here. I think we can make this work. Although I do, again, really want the tools going in there. That bugs me. It's bugging me because I want to get that place growing really nicely. As for Penzance, let's have another little look. How are we doing? What's 70%? Not bad. The number of residents in Penzance is stable. The number of shopping facilities, the number of that. So what is this? Line usage is 14% in Penzance. Interesting. I wonder if we could get more people moving around it. Like, I wonder if we were to bring a road, say, across here, and then connect that over, and then connect these two together. I wonder if we could improve the Penzance loop a little bit. I feel like we could. I just don't know if it's going to necessarily improve the number of people using it. That's kind of my worry, but that's relatively cheap to do there. That is not the same type of road. That's relatively cheap to do. This wants to remove a building. I didn't do that. That didn't actually charge. Oh, there might be a bit of redevelopment going on. Interesting. Okay, I think the game might have just done me a favor. That's great. All right, so what are we looking at then? So what I think I'd like to do is arguably get rid of the Penzance loop as it is right now. So let's pause very quickly. And let's add the stops that we're going to want here. So buildings, bus, tram stop, there. And what way does this look? So it goes up that way. So this one could probably go. So we'll place a stop there. And we'll place a stop, say, there. And then we'll bulldoze the one on that side of the road. We'll go in. And what we can do is take out a few of these. I think we'll take out all of them. And that'll be fine. And we'll start adding stations. So we want to go from here on Stanley Road up to Highfield Road, up onto the Drive, onto Main Street. Then we don't want to go there. We do want to go that way, though, which complicates things a little bit. So I think what we need to do is add a station, say, there, bulldozing the one on the other side. Go back in and add it. So that's going to be Queensway. And then this one I think needs to go in favor of a station there. So bulldoze you and add that. So we now have things looping around in a better way. I am thinking the Main Street station could probably go, to be totally honest. And I think that'll be better. So that gives us 5 stations. We don't have a stop right in the middle anymore, unfortunately, but that's okay. We'll just let that run, I suppose, is what we'll do. And hopefully that will actually get some upgrades, not upgrades, but get more people going, because it's an actual proper loop going around Penzance. Hopefully. I'm really, I mean, there's someone waiting there. There's someone waiting there, and we are seeing development as well. We're actually seeing this place grow by the looks of it. Oh, wow. We really are seeing it grow. That's fantastic. All right. We might actually see some good things come of that. Right here has a bunch of food still waiting. And in terms of money last year, not so good. Definitely not so good. But again, I think it's going to be one of those situations where as long as we don't go too crazy with things, we'll be all right. What are you guys? You guys are waiting. Ah, okay. So yeah, they are actually going to be waiting to fill up here, which I don't know if I want them to do anymore. So you're full. I think you can leave. There we go. And then you're full as well. And this is still producing. Okay, that's not so bad. So that's still producing. So that's good. Okay. We're going to see these guys come in and drop off a delivery in Harwich, which is doing pretty good for itself in terms of construction materials. Doesn't quite have enough, but not the end of the world. So how much do we get for that? 5,000. Yeah, so about 13,400 per vehicle per both deliveries. That's honestly not so bad there. Okay, that feels pretty good. There's almost a profit. We almost have a profit happening here. Almost. It's so close to being a profit. We're so close. And we just need a little We just need a little something else, just a little something to improve this. I just don't know what that something is just yet, but we'll have to figure it out. How is Warminster doing for these for public transport? Can I see profit per line? Is that an option? Oh, there's a bit of money. We're not quite doing that great, but we're all right. So Warminster Loop, let's. I mean, it's doing all right, I guess. That's our vehicle manager. What is this over here? Line statistics. That's what I'm looking for. So the one that's losing money is the Penzance Loop at the minute. It's losing a considerable amount of money. The Penzance food line isn't making much. And then I guess this is our capacity. So we have capacity for 30 people. We're barely half filling it. Okay. So I wonder if it's a frequency thing in Penzance. Although if it was a frequency thing, I feel like it wouldn't. I mean, this line is a lot quicker, but there's still only half the people using it. So it's kind of hard to figure that out. The Penzance Loop has never made money. That's interesting. The Harwich Bricks line has relatively consistently made money, which is lovely. And it's actually our big one right now. It's making a lot of money for us. The Penzance food line has made money in recent years. That's good. The grain to food line is consistently making money, which is good. And then the Warminster Loop, I guess. Pretty high expenses is what I'm noticing in the Warminster Loop. High expenses and not much in the way of profits there. So that's not so good. I wonder if the Harwich Loop would make money. I feel like looping lines just generally don't make all that much. I feel like that was a thing in the first Transport Fever as well. The loops don't actually make a lot of money, which I guess is fine. I feel like the Penzance one might if we had a higher frequency on the vehicles, but then that's a case of spending a bunch of money to potentially lose more money because of expenses. So it's kind of tricky there. Definitely a little tricky to figure that one out. Either way though, I mean, money is money. We're doing all right. You know, we're actually seeing a profit, which is amazing. And I mean, if we have a look here, so we might be on track to make a profit this year. I say that as the expenses shoot up a little bit there. We might be able to do it. I'd really like to, honestly. I would love to have a year where we actually turn a profit. Let me have a little look at that again, actually. So, our grain to food. It actually makes pretty good money. Its frequency is 65 seconds on average. I'm wondering if getting more vehicles in that blue line would be an idea. Because in theory, more vehicles in the blue line means more shipping and production, right? Yeah, because it would mean more grain coming in here to produce food. And then we'd be shipping the food out immediately as well. So more vehicles on that blue line might not be a bad idea. Really genuinely might not be a bad idea. I'm not going to do that though until the end of 1866 because I just want to see if this year actually turns a profit. It'd be really nice if it did. Actually, last year it turned a profit as well. We got 337K last year. That's amazing. That's brilliant news. Okay. Don't mind if I do. Are we going to turn that kind of profit this year? Is it going to be... Oh, hold on. We did. We turned a profit last year as well. So, okay. Since we're turning a very small profit yearly, I want to set up more vehicles on the grain line. I'm slightly tempted to put a road depot out here specifically for that. because it might be... I mean, how much would that cost? So a road depot is going to cost me in this location like 13,000-ish. So yeah, like 12,500. That might be cheaper than the running costs of the vehicles while they're empty trying to get here. Because the running cost of the vehicle is minus 325. I think it's minus 325 monthly. And if I buy 5 of them, it might... I'll just buy them. It's fine. I'm not going to go too crazy with that. We have decent profits in the minute, and I think this might do me some favors. So buy some vehicles. Do I want to buy 10 of them? I think I do. I think I do. I'm not sure this is an amazing idea, but I'm going to do this anyway, and that's going to go on the grain line. So those can head out. They can start hauling grain. And I'm really hoping that that'll do some good for us. How many vehicles are on that line then? So that has 20 vehicles, so that's 80 units of grain, 80 units of food. Is the farm production going to be able to keep up with that? I feel like it will, but I feel like I might configure this a little bit just so it can have a little bit more. So we'll see how that plays out for us. I might have gone a little bit over the top with this. There's a definite chance I've gone a little over the top with this, but I'm just hoping that this works. Because again, it means that in theory, we're going to see more production and more shipping out of the food processing plant. So what I think we'll do is we'll take a step back for this episode. We'll put a cut in there and leave it there for this one. And next time we'll see what happens with that. Harwich is doing all right. I think it's growing. Definitely seems like it's growing. It's got some density going for it, which is lovely. We have these vehicles all moving around doing their thing. We'll have a little bit of a look at our line overview. Yeah, so as long as I don't spend ridiculous amounts of money, I'm pretty sure we're making a profit. I think our income is... I'm pretty sure our income is higher than our expenditure. It's just the case. Why are you collecting logs? Oh, that'll be the default one in a minute. I'm pretty sure our income is higher than our expenditure. It's just when I go and spend, 200 grand on new vehicles, it becomes a bit of an issue. I think that's what's going on. Anyway, let's take a little look here. So you guys are all gonna fill up. And then they're all gonna head out. They're all gonna do their thing. And that should be massive amounts of food production. Well, I guess actually what it is exactly is 40. It's 40 units of food being produced because we have 80 units of grain going up to here, and then for every 80, every 2 units of grain is 1 item of food, so it's going to be 40 units of food produced. So that's all right, I guess. It's not the end of the world. And then we have how many vehicles on this line? 7. So yeah, we can't even haul all of that at one time. You know what? I said I was going to put a cut in there. I want to see what it's like when these guys all start showing up here. I want to see what exactly our money does. Because we're minus 257 right now. But I need to know. I need to know how ridiculous it gets when we have like 11 vehicles showing up to make deliveries here. How much is that going to be exactly? So you get, for how much? 4? You will get me 6,500. So $65,000 should be coming in off of all those vehicles. Which is brilliant news. So in theory, this line should become very profitable very quickly. In theory. Assuming I do my job right. How much are you carrying? How are you doing, actually? So your production is up. Your shipping is up as well. That's good. All right. That's not so bad. That is not so bad. Let's have a look at our line overview then. So, yeah, money is up a little bit. Let's sort by most profitable. That's not bad. That's honestly not bad. I'm quite happy with that. I am really quite happy with that. 3-minute frequency on the food line, though. That's a little bit rough. And then 35 seconds on this guy. That's very good. That is very, very good. Plenty of food stored in there. I'm actually really happy with that. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be us for today. I'm thinking we've put some good work in here. I'm thinking that, honestly, I'd love to see this quarry sort of just... I mean, its production is fantastic. Its shipping could be better. This guy right here, production and shipping could be better as well. Honestly, we kind of just need bigger vehicles. It'd be very interesting, I think, to set up a little train that goes from the quarry to the construction materials plant. But trains are crazy expensive to set up. So I don't think we're going to be doing that anytime soon. 320 meter 8-track station is 2 million. So a lot of money. A lot of money for big train stations. It's, yeah. It seems there's not enough money. It is possible to take out a loan. There wasn't enough money for my train station, but last year was our most profitable year. So I'm not going to complain. We made 394,000 last year. So not bad. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do us for today. Thank you so much for watching. We have so much food just sat about here, which is brilliant news. So I think we could probably get a couple more vehicles onto the Penzance food line now, which is very exciting. Very, very exciting indeed. In fact, I wonder, I mean, it's every 35 seconds that a vehicle, I guess, completes a line here. I wonder if we were to get this down to 70 seconds, would that be the ideal way to do this? It might be. Let's have a think about that between episodes. That is going to do us for today / this episode. There might be another one later today. You never know. I might do 2 episodes of this in one day. We will find out. Thank you so much for watching. It has been my absolute pleasure, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.